Hello, and welcome to another episode of our Sunless Skies playthrough here on Fix. My name is Pat. I am excited to keep rolling on. So last time we ended up at Carillon, which is the institute that's sort of a cross between a spa, a sanatorium, and purgatory. So we kind of got access to it through the story, through speaking to the woman who admits everyone, the demon that admits everyone. So I'm going to travel around Carillon a little bit here. We still have our ultimate goal currently. I don't remember where the best way to look at this is. A character point to spend too at some point. Shoot. Fastidious Inspector, that's who it is. But let's continue this little... let's spend our character point first, because I didn't want to get into that last time. So for my third facet, let's see, what did we do? I'd like to get my heart and mirrors up, primarily. But I'm going to focus on mirrors. So an interlude in red and gold. Let's see what this says. You lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by a cheery gentleman who would determine when you could leave. How colorful the other guests were, how red the curtains, how gold the fittings, how secure the locks. Eventually you were allowed to leave, but was your recovery genuine? So we did read this last time. I think I'm going to say, yes, you're feeling much better, thank you. Through trial and error and determination, you learn to tell what is from what is not. The manager said he was sad to see you go. And then that also pumped up our iron a little bit more. Pumped up the iron. So let's travel around Carillon a little bit. Visit the Gaslight Terrace. Let's see. Dozens of newcomers walk in that direction. It must be a safe choice. Your companions are a lady in a buttoned cloak and a young male student. They talk among themselves about the seasonable warmth and about how the yellowish glow of the lamps does not show blue silk to the best effect. Their words are commonplace. Their hands are folded and gloved, their opinions supplied by a respectable gazette. You've almost forgotten them even while you are still walking together. The path descends by shallow steps to a broad terrace as crowded as an imperial exhibition. Gaslight lampposts are scattered irregularly across a flagstone terrace. Between them are stations, each containing a patient receiving a treatment. The supervising devils tend those stations, stopping first here and then there like bees at flowers. Let's see. Okay. Gain a penance of enlightenment. Approach the spineless curate. Return to the center of Carillon. Oh, we don't... Okay. I'm going to try this vision imagination, the ability to see beyond the nearest convention. That's what the devils are trying to evoke here. Failure. Oops. New terror. Unendurable. An army cook chiefly aspires to grow flowers in the neater rows of the back garden. As punishment, he has been dressed in the historical armor of the third city. As for your punishment, it does not bear speaking of. You don't have the stamina to wait it out. Okay, so approach... So you could just keep trying that, I guess, if you wanted to. Approach the spineless curate. He sits in stocks attended only by a devilish orderly. At the nearest station, a curate has been shackled to an ordinary pillory. Meet the spineless curate. His eyes beseech you to visit him. You step closer. I've seen something in this light. It's hard not to see things. A devilish orderly jabs at the curate with a needle. At the sight of the jab, the curate's skin goes lavender. I'm being treated for not believing in God. I've tried everything. Prayer, fasting, long weekends with a professional saint. None of it worked. My sermons were suffering. My bishop complained. And has it helped? I have dreams of snakes and angels, he says. It hasn't made me a mystic. I don't think the devils are real either. Just men with funny eyes, aren't they? The devilish orderly smiles with extra teeth. So we don't have... Yeah, I don't have this penance currency that I would have gotten from succeeding at that challenge, so I'm just going to return to the center of Carillon. No heads turn. You brush past a matron in gray boots, a train conductor in his uniform, and a young boy who has already adopted an expression of fixed ennui. None of them notices you passing by. None shows any interest in your breaking this convention. Okay, so... So try to enter the Bell Garden. The ascent is rocky. The sound of chimes is audible all the way down here. Penance deprivation. Okay, so... Yeah. So these different penances are what we can get, which you spend them for different stuff. So we may not go too deep on this right now. This is a really interesting place, though. You put your foot in the first step, and a devil blocks you. Those who enter the Bell Garden must be in a proper state of hygiene, Captain, he says. Wouldn't want to make things worse for the poor sufferers. He washes his hands in the fountain. Stopping you must have been grubby work. We can go speak to the Deviless again. Yeah. I already talked to her, so... This is an interesting place, but I think we're going to just take a walk for now and maybe come back at some point when I've got some better stats. Now, the thing that we need is we need to get to this place that's supposedly northwest of New Winchester, and I still don't know where that could be. I feel like it would be odd if it's got to be in between these two, I would think, because this is too far north. So I'm thinking maybe we'll cut up around here to the edge of the map over here, and then kind of come back down. We can hit the memorial to the unknown rat. That'll give us some stat boost. But I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to look up a guide or something, because I have no idea where this person needs to be taken. And so that's kind of my biggest complaint about Sunless Sea, is that sometimes you get these missions to go someplace and it's not very clear where you need to go, and then you end up screwing your save and running out of money and supplies looking for a simple port just to complete a basic mission that doesn't even have crazy rewards. So I'm kind of hoping that that doesn't happen to us here. The bold questions. A wreck. The wreck gleams with frost. Its windows are dark. Its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. This is... Yeah, we're not even going to try that, because it's... We only have a 20% chance. It's fine. Okay. I like the kind of iciness bit way up here. It's kind of a cool palette change. It's neat that even though it has multiple maps, that the maps are still diverse in terms of their tile set, sort of. That's cool. I think I want to go this way. I am going to send out the bat. Okay, so I guess we'll try going up there. Stokers work double shifts at the boiler. Shit. Where does what's the name of the place that she needs to go, by the way? Port Prosper. Going, yeah, okay, so grave stuff. I'm kind of looking to see if there's any more nods I can get via the wiki as to where Port Prosper might be. It says it's kind of on the outer part of the ring. So maybe that's... Although they consider Other places to be the outer part too. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the map changes enough that there's no way to really look up a map. So I don't know that we're going to be able to get... Could just be that in this procedural placement of things in this environment that it's really hard to find, and that may be the thing that undoes us this time. And I guess I should kind of be accepting of that. Okay, let's see. Another wreck. Okay, so this one, still 33% chance. So let's try it. Failure. I fail every time. And now we're screwed with some terror. Driver pulls your locomotive alongside the wreck, close enough for you to leap the gap. You squeeze with difficulty in the startled bridge. Yeah, the dead bridge crew. Yep. No one is keen to get close. We get some fuel, though. That's good. That's actually worth the terror, I think. Although, really what I need are supplies, but... it is what it is. An abandoned signal box. Window cracks have accreted a filling of moss green dust. Once white paint is yellowed and peeling, the signal box possesses a faded dignity, like a beleaguered butler. It was designed with pride to be part of that great folly, the Isambard line. Inside, beneath a desk covered with rusted levers, is a luggage trunk. Captains in dire need can borrow from the cash inside, but custom dictates that they must later replenish it. Well, I do need a signal man, and so I'm going to take him. He started by your response. Oh, right, was expecting you to say no, to be honest. You asked what he was doing here. I worked the Isambard line. I'm the last one, I suppose. Hitch rides between the boxes, make repairs, sweep up a bit, but I could do with a change of scene. He seems unsure. Well, I'd better get my things together. He picks up a modest hold all and checks his hat on his head. Yes, I think that's everything. After you, Captain. And then I want to read the ledger. The handwriting is poor but legible. Captain Flynn withdrew fuel, giving no reason. There is a column for miscellaneous notes. The captain writes of a vast object that drew a burning arc across their path. It seared a line into their vision and the navigator's heart. She insisted on trying to follow it for days. Let's read the cache. Captain who takes from the cache must later replenish it. This may mean enemy aids enemy, rival succors rival, but better that than bad luck. Luggage trunk is sturdy and vast, large enough to have held a modest family's worldly goods on the journey through the avid horizon. Left here, it still serves those braving the wilderness. So I'm going to take some supplies. Whoever left these took care that the food was preserved and sealed away. It's still edible with a bit of salt, maybe even pleasant. 2 engineers carry the crate from the signal box to your engine. The quartermaster will add it to your stores. Should you write it in and accrue debt, or take it without leaving an accord? So we're going to write in the ledger. You will owe a debt, but this is the done thing. Cool. Captain's name, ship name, home port, taking or depositing. Reason there's even a space for any notes that suit your inclination. That's fine. So then we'll need to come back here and provide some supplies to it, which is fine, actually. I assume that is in the journal. Debt. Yep. That is fine. So I guess we're going to kind of come out here somewhere, because we've seen the edge there. And I really can't imagine that it's up here. That would be wild. Come on. There we go. I thought that... There we go. Okay. There's like an auto move button that I was trying to get it to engage, but you can't do it while you're moving, I guess. Apologies, too, if the camera in this video is a little wonky. I need to get a new one. I don't know. Recently, sometimes on recordings, it's been chunky and, like, framey, and I don't really know why that is, but do what we can. I don't want to get involved in this fight. I really, 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 really don't. Kind of cool that it has a turret, though. I do want to see if our destination lies out this way. Just take it to the edge of the ring. No, okay, so that's kind of the edge, it looks like, and I don't see anything. So I guess we're going to check down here. This port is so hard to find, it's frustrating. I think I would like it more if they added, I would like these, like, go find this port and take this thing there, if they added some kind of marker to your map. Make it so that you don't get the path to get there, you don't have to give me an arrow, but add some marker that says, hey, this is where this thing is. I don't really think that's too much to ask. Wait. This looks like maybe it could be the thing. Why are you approaching me? Could this be the thing? Oops. Shit. Port Prosper! We did it! Alright. We found it. Okay, I feel way better now. Whew. Okay. So, crammed at the feet of a hulking crag, Port Prosper is a little London, divided into an affluent West End and an I don't even know how to say that word. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Impecunious East. Queen's Cross is a busy station, crowded with engines that have arrived through the nearby transit relay from Albion. So, deliver the fastidious inspector. She disembarks with her bag in hand and peers up at a clock tower that is being raised above the station. Accept your payment. The inspector will depart. Be sure you've held any conversation with her that you wish to. You will receive fuel and supplies in addition to a sum of money. Ensure you have 6 spaces in your hold before accepting. So we do not have 6 spaces in our hold. So before we do that, we should probably sell some things. Oh, we don't have 6 spaces in our hold because we have a lot of fuel and supplies. So I guess I will sell some fuel. Go down to that. I guess that was stupid of me. I should have banked them, but maybe banking, you can only, I don't know, whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. She's going to give us stuff, so. Thank you, Captain. Here is the balance of our agreement. As promised, a requisition order for fuel and supplies. She casts another glance at the incomplete clock tower. Given the apparent state of construction, I'd recommend you visit the worksite. There may be an opportunity there. And thank you for the pleasant conversation, Captain. The sky can be a lonely place. You enlivened it. I've included a small additional sum in your remuneration as a token of my gratitude. So 3 supplies, 3 fuel. Love that. 150 sovereigns. Love that. 60 experience. That's good. All right. They plan to call it the Albert Clock, in memory of the departed prince consort, but there's a way to go yet. The roof isn't finished, and the clock neither ticks nor bongs. You can see the fastidious inspector up among the workings with a spanner and a can of oil, showing the workmen how it's done. Yeah, ask the horse foreman what they need. Perhaps you can secure it. Bronzewood, foreman wheezes bluntly. One consignment. They'll sell it at Trader's Wood and Palmer's and Plenty's, I hear, and a gourd of chorister nectar too. This bunch of worksheet ingrates needs constant shouting at, and my voice is giving up the ghost. Some nectar should have me bellowing again like a champion. Caroline's your best bet, there or Titania, the flower town. We'll pay like. Yeah. Cool. So 1 bronzewood and 1 gourd of chorister nectar. So let me see if that is now in our journal. Now I wish I hadn't taken that supplies from the signal box. That would have been fine, but whatever. It happens. And then I had a trading opportunity. I feel like there was... I thought I had another one, though. Yeah, munitions. Opportunity for... okay. I still need to get another seed from Magdalene. So let's go finish that seed for Magdalene 1. That's a long way, though. Maybe the thing to do is to go back over to Carillon, get the stuff for here. Also, I didn't really check everything. Like, I do need to set my officer. Huh. That's so cool that you can talk to the officers too. This is a very good game. My minor misgivings about some of the running out of supplies, trying to find people thing aside. I think when I die, I might restart with the save scum option included, so that way I don't have to live in fear that I'm gonna be like permadeathing. Recruit the incautious driver. How much does he want to... Yeah, for 20 sovereigns, definitely. Specialized in test driving, but I'm looking for something quieter. The driver indicates a crashed engine, still smoking. Like that, without the screaming. Yeah. Let's do it. Driver boards, eager to get started. I recently parted ways with the Winwood Company, they explained. Personally, I think a crash a week isn't so bad. They disagreed. Oh well, live and learn. Give me that chief engineer, so I just need a first officer, quartermaster, and a mascot. What say this princess? Perched atop a mountain of luggage is a radiant young woman. She's an officer dressed in what an actor would wear in a fantastical romance. A tiara rests on her brow. A steady stream of commoners come to pay homage, bowing and curtsying enthusiastically. Starlings circle in dense swarms above her, refugees from old London and a common sight, although not in such numbers. She ignores everything and hands you papers so pristine that they can only be forged. She would certainly make an interesting addition to your crew. She'd be a first officer, increase mirrors by 6, hearts by 2, and affiliation boheme by 1. Ooh, 100. That would be a pretty good mirrors skill, but and heart. You know, we're gonna take it. We're gonna crew up. I'm a humble first officer looking for, what's the word? When commoners do things for coins, she asks. Work, that's it. She beams at you, delighted, and as innocent as a Gatling gun. As she steps aboard, a commoner calmly takes a spoon from his pocket and scoops out his eyes. After such radiance, all else is tawdry, he says, between screams. It seems she has already forgotten about her signing on money. Okay, I'm into it. It's kind of rude, but that's okay. I don't want to offer to transport settlers because I think that would need hold space, and we don't have that. We have the request to go to Carillon. Okay, so we're going to head over to Carillon again. Maybe finish this episode where it began to try and pick up those goods. Although, now that I think about it, it's tough. It's tough deciding what to do because I think that's going to cost a fair bit of money, and we spent a bunch of money crewing up just now, so maybe we'll try to finish these prospects and then do that, because that's going to be pricey. And then that would also be a good time to go back to Carillon, because we'll have better skills, so we'll maybe be able to do some of the activities there a little bit better. So I'm going to scoot on past the memorial up to the Unknown Rat, and then head down to Port Avon to get some seeds, and then we'll take those up to Magdalen's, and then kind of look at that other prospect that we picked up and see where next to go. I didn't repair that little bump on my hull. I think maybe we're better off not spending the money to do that and looking out for some wrecks on the way. Understanding the combat situations a little bit more here, that it's always these two factions fighting. Shit, I don't really want to get in the middle of this. It's nice because I feel a little better about not engaging in combat, although I don't want to get hit here. Could you please? Fuck you. It's nice. I feel a little bit better about leaving it because I don't really have... I mean, obviously, I'm kind of on the side of the stove, or not the stovepipes, the pioneers, you know, the non-establishment people. But I'm not even gonna... I'm just gonna take this wreck and get some hull out of it. You know what this would be, and I don't mean to say this game is really cool. So don't take this as me saying I wish this game were something else, because I don't. But I would love a Star Trek kind of game like this, with that kind of tone to the writing, and this kind of... Oh, we don't even have enough room for those supplies. Damn. Oh, but it filled back up the thing, I think. But something like that would be really cool, where you're kind of this sort of top-down interface. And I guess in some respects FTL is kind of like that, but one where you're less... Fuck. Shit. Sorry. Okay, cool. So our terrors went down some for seeing the memorial, which is what I wanted. But yeah, like a less urgent game. Where you're just kind of flying in space, seeing some cool narrative stuff. Would be cool. New Winchester built watchtowers here in a fruitless attempt to deter marauders. Havenwood. Also, holy crap, the music in this game is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I can truly say that you know, we talked about it a little bit on the podcast. I'm recording this on a Sunday morning, so it would have been yesterday that we talked about it. And Allison was kind of talking about how she feels that even though it's early in the year, Wargroove is a pretty much a shoo-in to be one of her year-end thoughts. I can say that unquestionably about this game. This game is again, like there's. I think there are ways that it could be made more accessible through better direction and guidance on the part of the game, but ultimately, what it's doing, it's a refinement of the already very cool stuff that's in Sunless Seas. This game is just better in every respect, and truly knocks that concept out of the park. It's just brilliant. So I don't really want to hit this because I don't have any hold space, so maybe we'll hit it on the way back up. But even, I'm also over, one of my early misgivings about this game potentially was the idea that it was, that there was a lot of lore stuff happening here without a lot of, without a lot to back it up. Like maybe there would be a lot of, there's a lot of cool writing that doesn't actually have the substance that you would that I would be looking for. But that's not, I'm totally over that concern. I think that regardless of whether or not they ever explain what, you know, some of these more esoteric weird things, how Carillon fits into the larger aspect of the world, I actually think that it's speculative in a way that is extremely, extremely cool. And I'm very, very, very into it. And it lets you fill in some gaps on your own, in even a better way than Fallen London or Sunless Sea has for me. Okay. So, I want to... Quiet Day in Port Avon, let's see. I don't really want to... let's play around a cricket. Nobody seems to remember how long this game has been going on, just that the score is now almost a formality. You play your part and points are scored, yet by the time you leave, it is no closer to an end. Nobody seems to mind. It is, after all, cricket. It's good because we picked up some terror, so... Now what I want to do is... So sacks of verdant seeds. It sort of sucks because what I want is to pick up 3 of them. So let me look at the bank again and see what I can do. So I thought I had a bank thing. Oh, I got a puppy that's really excited to see me. I don't know how to access, how to move things to the bank. And I don't know that I can do it from here. Let's see. Tackities, that's their name. See, some of these event things are weird. I don't even know. I guess I'm gonna sell a supply and a fuel. See, that's what sucks is I'm right at the end, but whatever. Whatever. And then I want to buy, because I do want to buy 3 of these. Okay. That's going to do it for this episode. We'll pick back up in the next episode and go deliver these seeds and then see where the skies take us next. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and check out some of the other videos we got going on. I'm cooking up a couple of features that I'm hoping to get going in the coming weeks, and I'm very excited about them. Thanks a lot.